In this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview of how to use CartFlows. Now, to use CartFlows, you need WooCommerce installed on your website. We use WooCommerce for the back end. We don't use it for the front end at all. And what we do with CartFlows is we use WooCommerce in an entirely different way. The traditional way is you add a product, you go to a shop page on the front end, your visitor looks at the product, clicks on add to cart, then goes to the cart, then goes to the checkout, and there's a bunch of unnecessary, unoptimized steps. Now with CartFlows, we use it entirely different. So you're going to need to have WooCommerce installed on your website. Now to use CartFlows, you'll first want to add a product to WooCommerce. Just go to products, click on add new. Now we only use the name of the product, and you would go and load up the information here, your product data, your product price, whether it's virtual or downloadable or a physical product. But there's no need to add any information here. There's no need to add a product image or a short description because we don't use those in CartFlows. Let me show you the one product I have loaded in. I named it my training course. As I scroll down, you'll see I have it set to be a simple product virtual at a cost of $199. So you're going to want to have your product already in there. So now go ahead and click on CartFlows, and what CartFlows is we set up sales flows. And a flow is a series of steps. So you might be more familiar with the term funnels, sales funnels. Well, we call them flows. Essentially, they're the same things. Each of these steps could be perhaps a landing page, then a checkout page, then an upsell page, then a thank you page. You get to put the steps in. However, we have already done for you flows. So when you see this button here that says add new and click on it, you'll get this pop-up. Most likely by the time that you are doing this, we will have the image here for our flows. Now, these are already done for you flows. When you choose to hover over one and click on import, it's going to import the templates and the various steps. Now, right now, these templates are done using Elementor. However, we are going to support virtually any page builder, but we will have templates in there for the largest, most active page builders. So on any of these flows, you can go ahead and click on preview, and what it will do is open up in a new tab, and you'll see the template right here, and you'll see the various steps here at the top, and you can check out how it's going to look on a mobile device. And so you can go through any of these flows and choose the one that you want, but we will have thumbnail images. I'll probably choose this one. So here's the landing page. Here's what the checkout page is going to look like. And then there's a thank you page right there. So let's go ahead and choose that one. Now, just to make note, there's also a start from scratch. This will have no templates, but it will create the landing page, checkout page, and thank you page steps for you. So I'm going to go ahead and click on import. It'll just take a moment to download these templates and import them. Now, like I said, you can start from scratch if you have your own templates, and you can even use it in Gutenberg. And the various elements we would need to place inside of each of these steps would be a short code. And let me show you what I mean. All right, so it's downloaded the steps and added them. I'll just go ahead and add a name. Okay, now that I've added a name, you can see right here, there's a button here to add new steps. You can add additional steps, and we have the different templates in these various tabs right here. Next, you can see the steps themselves, and you can rearrange these. And so where you'll most likely do the rearranging is if you have a series of upsells and downsells. What's very nice about what we've done here is when you rearrange a step, the internal linking system dynamically updates, so you don't have to worry about that. So here is an option here that says enable test mode. Now what this does is when you've downloaded the flow, we still got to go in there and select the product for the checkout page, but when this is enabled, it will just choose a random product. So I'm going to go ahead and just click update so we have my saved name. Now we can go into any step by clicking on edit, and then it will pull up the step. These templates, like I said, were done with Elementor. We can get back to our flow by clicking the large blue button right here. Now each step in the flow is going to have this option box right here, and they'll have different options per step. So for a landing page, if you were going to build your own design, we have these two short codes, and this is the one that you would copy and paste in a button module in your page builder. So if you have a button module and there's a section to put a URL, you would just paste in this short code, and it will dynamically always take the person, when they click on it, to the next step. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on back, and then I'm going to go to my checkout page. I'll click on edit. So for the checkout page, we obviously are going to have more options. We have our short codes here. However, it's already been inserted in our template. But if you were using a page builder we didn't have a template for, you just drop that in and the checkout page will appear. So the first step we would do here is actually choose the product that we want for this sales funnel that we're just built. So I entered in just a few characters and it pulled it up. I'll click right there. Now we can have multiple products if we wanted to. Okay, and then we have a tab here for the checkout design. Now, the design that I have is a 2-column, which is standard with WooCommerce. However, we have other options. We have a single column and we have a 2-step option. You can style it some here. You can set a primary color. You can set your fonts. There's also advanced styling options here if you want to have different font sizes and fonts for the different parts, and also different colors there for the checkout form itself. And then you can also customize the checkout fields. So we can enable or disable the coupon, the additional field. And when I check here, I can disable different fields if I didn't want them there. So for a digital product, I don't need company name, country, and all of this. I can go ahead and uncheck all of those. And down here, you can also add your own batch of custom fields. Next, we have the order bump option right there. It's going to be the same. You would load up a product, and this would appear as an order bump on the checkout page, where one click of the mouse, it can add it to the cart. And then if you want to show your logo, there's an option for that there. Now, since I added a product right here, I just want to go ahead and click on the update. So now I'm going to go back, and I just want to show you right here the thank you page. So I'll go ahead and click on edit. And for this step, there's just the short code to drop in the order details. Okay, so, and if you notice on each of the steps, you could change the slug by just clicking on edit to get that to be what you want. So right here, you might not want it to be landing page. You can change the name, change the slug to whatever you want to change it to. All right, so I'll go ahead and just click on update, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on view, and here is the first page in this sales flow. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on the button right here. It's going to scroll me down here. I'll choose a plan. It's going to take me to the customized checkout page. And there's so many aspects of this that we've optimized. It's set up to eliminate distractions and make this a frictionless checkout process. Now, since these are templates done with Elementor, you can click on edit with Elementor and literally edit anything except the checkout itself. So when I click on edit, you can see I can change the text, the images, the colors. I can change whatever I want to change, but we're seeing this message here, your cart is empty. If you click on this and then click right here where it says apply, then it's going to render that out and you'll be able to see what it looks like as you're here editing the page. You can make any change you want and then save it in Elementor. And that's really the power of CartFlows, is to be able to create these custom checkout experiences. So this is CartFlows. I wanted to give you a chance to check it out. You can obviously has as many flows as you want, and your flows can have as many steps as you want. All the fulfillment for the purchases will just be in normal WooCommerce. Now, we're really excited about this product. It launches on November 19th. Thanks for watching this video and trying out CartFlows.